Good evening from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rantin' Randy's Rant for the 24th day of October 2020. We have 10 days until the election. All right. Tonight, I wanted to point out we're at 8.5 million confirmed U.S. cases. We are now at 224,000 plus Americans dead. Uh, I wanted to also explain before I get into this. Uh, I'm going to hit the top things today. I'm really tired. Uh, our neighbor didn't know what her apartment was, what number, and she called the police. They knocked on our door at 6:52 a.m. this morning, and I've been up ever since. I did get in touch with the landlord. I've got news for them. They're going to be moving because this is a reoccurring problem with them. It seems like there's several people out to get this lady that lives next door and her daughter. And our landlord wasn't even sure who was living there. And he certainly doesn't have a telephone number on her. So he's going to have to come from Luray, Missouri, over here next week to inform her she's going to have to find another place to live. All right, I got that off my chest, and I saw where, and I didn't get to all this story. Uh, Anti-abortion agreements were signed. I think that's worldwide as they usher in uh, Amy Coney Barrett. Oh, and I thought this was very interesting. Uh, Brothers and sisters across the country, uh, out of 300 arrests made, I believe this is from May with all the George Floyd protests, only once was an Antifa uh, referenced. The rest of them were right wing people that they have caught that were rioting. There was Umbrella Man in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and another recent one. I'm waiting to get more details on that one. Hello, Dennis, and hello, Sherry. Thank you for coming. I was only able to get this out. We got three. I know Jorge Tire Biter is more than likely out there, but he doesn't. He's not able to get in the chat room at this time. I've got one like so far. Hopefully, this won't turn out like the last one, and we have somebody come out there that has been reported to the FBI. It wasn't the Trump 2020 that was getting to me, but it was the fact they started typing in his two identities. He was typing kill Biden, kill Biden. That is a terror threat. And the FBI in Kansas City, Missouri is now looking into that. All right. Battleground states face mail in voting delay. USPS not meeting goal for 95% delivery of I meant to say the mail-in voting, uh, missing their goals by a wide margin. Keep in mind, these are the battleground states. Who would have figured that? See, Donnie's trying to rig it from that end. Uh, with the joy, and the both of them should go to prison when this is over with, and we put Joe Biden in office. Keep in mind yesterday with that story, and it was, I believe it's five battleground states are having problems with on-time delivery of the mail-in ballots. Keep in mind, yesterday in the Oval, Donnie said he thinks they will win the House. And that's what this is about in the red battleground states. They win the House from this great big red wave he's going to cause. Battleground states, the joy, on time delivery. Sound familiar? Uh, and Donnie, through the joy, is setting up for a rigged election. State GOP are helping out wherever they can. Example, Texas. One uh, ballot box per county. And you're talking about a big ass state. That one county, I believe it's Harris, uh, is as big as Connecticut. Uh, less than a month ago, uh, it was Donnie. Ding dong Donnie. Ding dong Donnie said that he had no problem in North Carolina and Florida with absentee ballots. So what did he do? He's changed his tune and he voted in person this morning. Now he says that everybody should vote in person. He voted in person in West Palm Beach, saying it was a safe way to vote. And that's because the Joy and he are delaying the mail-in ballots in battleground states. Uh, 12 noon, Donnie was holding a rally in Lumberton, North Carolina. I'm sure he was lying his ass off as usual. If he's breathing, he's lying. Okay. That was my page 3. Didn't even get anything written on page 4. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I'll say over 50 million have already voted in this election. And many of you are blue dots that have already voted. I wish I was in an early voting state, but I'm not. And yesterday we came very close to 80,000 new, and it depends on where you look. Is I believe I've seen anywhere from 77,000 new infections in one day, set on Friday. On another, I believe it was MSNBC, they said 80,005 new infections on Friday. And that's the highest number since the virus started. All right, and I want to get to let Missouri know. Vote no to amendment number 3. It is the Republicans and the lobbyists' dirty trick. They'll get to do more what they want. So vote no. Tell them no. We don't need lobbyists and Republicans deciding the future of our state legislature and how they can work with the lobbyists to do what they want. Let's see. Okay, I'll go to page 1. That was the current stuff that I had on page 3. Last night, the Trumpenstein monster is loose and doing super spreader rallies. And Chris Cuomo gave me a good idea. Trump should be compare himself in a realistic way to Herbert Hoover. With Hoover, it was the stock market. It's gone. It's over. What is Donnie saying? COVID, we're going to learn to live with it, and we're rounding the curve or rounding the corner uh, beautifully, is what he said. Ah, shit. Can't make this shit up for people. Yesterday at a rally, uh, yeah, here it is. Yesterday at a rally, we are rounding the corner, uh, rounding the corner, he repeated beautifully, with his mouth like this all the time. Uh, no mask or social distancing. Do as I say, not as I do. Because he was telling them, stay safe, use masks, more or less leaving it up to them if they want the social distance, or they could stay at home. Uh, and please, anybody let me know if we get, I don't know whether that guy's a Russian troll. He had a Facebook page, and I'm pretty sure that the FBI is now looking into his page. With his last name, it's going to be hard for him to hide. And by the way, too, I blocked the guy in both of his names. Okay. Joe Biden calls for a national mask mandate. Dr. Fauci is in agreement. Uh, Both are talking about saving lives. Donald Trump's talking about living with it. Joe was right. We're dying with it, for Pete's sake. I watched Bill Maher last night, New Rules, and I agree with this from Bill totally. The great suppression is what we're going through this election. Now, here's something that Republicans have worked hard to make sure if you don't vote for their candidate, your vote doesn't count. Minneapolis, Minnesota, a 26-year-old Texas man has been arrested. Ivan Harrison Hunter, charged with rioting. Hunter claims to be a part of the Boogaloo Boys. And claims to be a member of the Boogaloo Boys. Now we see that is the right wing extremists, anti government people. I think another one of the Boogaloo Boys killed a couple of policemen in California. Don't hold me to that. I think that's where it was. So Trump and Barr play it as its left left wing radicals and Antifa is not a reality. It's the other way around, and they know it. Strangely, everywhere Trump goes, maskless rallies, uh, thus the rising case numbers and the hospitalizations. In Minnesota, coronavirus rates was at 15% after his 4 rallies, is now at 25%. All departments to protect the American citizens against a pandemic, he disbanded those offices. He's playing Johnny Appleseed with spreading the virus. Trump at the debate, he tried to turn off talking about COVID-19. He didn't want to talk about it. That's when he was saying, we have to learn to live with it because you got to open up everything. And then that's when Joe Biden said, no, you got to learn to die with it. campaign feels that Donnie is losing. Trump order strips workplace protection uh, from civil servants. Current political appointees could be among the employees in the transition into uh, the new administration, and and among the employees transitioned into the new administration category, a way to burrow in employees that are typically turned over with the changing administration. In other words, just leave them in place, hiding in our government, so they can do their dirty work after Donnie's gone. Republicans have thought of everything in this. Let me see who's out there. Hello, Bravo chick, Mary. How you doing? From West Virginia. Sherry P. and Dennis. Don't have a whole lot of well, we've got 5 out there and 4 in here. So I think maybe that might be Jorge out there. I wasn't able to send this anywhere but John Brevo. Oh, you can tell I'm tired. John Brevedo, uh, Blue Dot Family, and to my timeline or public feed, a news feed, whatever. And that's all I've got for you at this time. Oh, it's been a long day. And they actually did. I ended up having to call the police again this morning because what they do, they go around this side of the building. They live over here in the back apartment, like the owner was talking to me about. And what they're doing is they go out there and scream at her in that apartment. They've learned if they come in this hallway, the police are going to come real quick because of me. uh, Hopefully, here soon, people, I'll be able to live in peace in this place. We can't afford to move here. Even that would take $2,000 or $3,000 for us to move out of here. When we moved here in 2009, I was in a lot better physical shape, and we have accumulated a lot of stuff in here, and it is not cheap. We have one local moving company, and I don't even want to think about what they would charge to get us out of here, and then finding something. On average, we would have to pay about 200 more a month to live somewhere else. But then too, I have to look at, am I ever going to get peace of mind here? It's been one stinky thing after another ever since we've lived here. Uh, they always put the wrong people in these apartments, and I don't understand why that's happening. All I know is now we got 10 days, 9 days starting tomorrow, and we are going to put Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in the White House so that we can take this country back. If we have a big enough landslide, he is going to look ridiculous even with uh, a majority on the court. They can't just ignore that it was a big landslide. The question of mail-in ballots being missing or delayed on purpose by the Postmaster General will be brought to light. It will not look good for Donnie. He can think he's going to take all this shit back. It ain't going to happen. You can't do that, Donnie. You're a minority of the country, and then you're getting most of your people sick. And it might just hit them when they're standing in line. And hopefully, in most lines, like here, lucky enough. We have about three, I think it's three polling places here, and the one that we go to is across catty cornered from Adair County Jail. So it's not likely we're going to have any problem voting. And if we go in the middle of the day, all these folks have to work. So they're not going to get any break to go vote. So if we wait till about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, or say 9:30 to 10:30, we are very likely to have to wait maybe 5 minutes. It's 6 feet apart to get in, get the voting done, and get the hell out. So I'm looking forward to that. Even if I have to stand in line, I've got one of those fold up chairs and a thing I can put on my shoulder that Grace and I can take turns sitting in that chair if we have to wait out a long line. And we will do it safely. And I would crawl through glass or over rattlesnakes to get it done. Because this, as we all know, is the most important election in our lives. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Kyle. We will be in for the fight of our lives because he's going to fight it tooth and nail. And all these damn Republicans, no, wait a minute. What am I calling them Republicans? They're Trumplicans. The Trumplican Party, unfortunately, after we get him out, they will still exist for a decade from what I was hearing last night. It's not going to go away easy, but we can get a start on that. We take it all back. They're going to have to uh, reform their party and then try to make a comeback. Because after he's gone, and he won't go far unless he leaves this country, he's going to end up in prison. People like DeJoy is going to end up in prison. Uh, most of the people in the West Wing are going to end up in prison. And I wish McConnell, but I don't know. I think that old man, uh, I don't think he's going to win against Amy McGrath. But if he does, and we've taken everything back, he will be powerless. All right, I'll let you go with peace, resist, persist, and I insist. Keep bugging Congress, keep aware of what's going on, try to pull some people over, uh, and do what you can. If you can work a phone bank for Joe Biden, do so. Here I'm stuck in Kirksville. Uh, we have no headquarters whatsoever for Joe Biden. And I don't even want to know about headquarters for Donnie, but I'm sure the Republicans have him set up in this town too. All right. Have a good one. Enjoy yourself. I'm sure I will. Uh, I'm officially, this is my Friday, people. And I look forward to it. And all of you, have a good evening. I appreciate you being here. I'd like for you to go down and like and share this shit. Get it out there. And if you're new here, please subscribe. We could use your help to get this thing done. We've got, well, might as well say, we got 9 days left, baby. And we will do everything we can. And some of you have probably already voted. All right. Have a good one. See you later on. Grace and I got to step out. We did finally get DirecTV put in a different video bridge So hopefully we won't have the same problems we had receiving uh, direct TV. All right. Have a good one. Peace. Resist. Persist. And I think I'm repeating this. And insist you get the vote out. All right. Have a good one. See you later. Bye bye. Share this shit.